In this video, we will see how can we manage the layout of our app using Flexbox. To use Flexbox, we do not need to import anything additionally. It is already available to us through Style Sheet. So now I have a basic application here in which there are 3 text elements, and amongst them I have applied additional styling to the middle one. And since that is selected text, that element is appearing to us with a background color of orange. Now to the container tag of all 3 elements, that is the view tag, I apply additional styling and I name it styles.container. And since I have made a container style, we have to create it. And so for that, in constant styles, I create that additional style, and the name for that has to be container, and its value is JSON. And in that we give a styling property called background color, and I have set that to be gray, and for that I have given the hex code for gray. Now we can see that the color of the box has been set to gray, and also the 3 elements, the 3 text elements, are aligned vertically in a single line by default. Now to change this alignment, we can use flex direction inside container and set its value to be equal to row. And with this, we can see that all the elements are now displayed horizontally in a row. The default value of flex direction is set to be column, and because of that all the elements are displayed vertically. Now since we have selected the flex direction to be row, they are displayed horizontally. Now because these elements are going outside the screen range, I remove the elements part from the text so that I can visualize all the 3 elements within the screen range. Now because all our elements are covered by status bar, and I use margin top to bring them downwards by certain units, we can see that the box is shifted downwards by 20 units and an empty space has been created above it. But instead, if I use padding top, we can see that the length of the height of the box is increased and there is no extra empty space above that. Now within this flex box, we have 3 child elements, or the 3 text elements, and to modify their layout we can use justify content. Now justify content is used to modify the layout along the direction in which our flex direction is set, and this is called primary axis. Now since the direction of flex has been set to row, the primary axis also becomes x-axis or horizontal. Now if I write flex start in justify content, we can see the elements are aligned to the left side, and if I write center, we can see that they are aligned to the center bar, and if I write flex end, they are aligned to the right side of the screen on the primary axis. And next we have is space around, and with that the space is added between as well as around the elements, and between the child elements there is double space, and in the beginning left and ending right there is only half the space. And if I use space between, we can see that there is no space around the elements, however there is space between the child elements. And if I use space evenly, then the space is allocated equally in the beginning and between and the end of the child elements. And now let's change it back to center.